Hi everyone, thanks for viewing my Watch Me Fix channel. Today I'm going to be replacing the battery on a Timex W-116. This is a digital 12 to 24 hour LCD display with hourly chimes, daily alarm, and is a 24 hour chronograph with an INDIGLO nightlight. The case width is 35mm at its smallest and 38mm including the pushers. The height is 43mm from lug end to lug end, and the approximate bandwidth of 18mm. The band is made up of stainless steel and is expandable. It fits my 18cm wrist very comfortably. It has a stainless steel caseback with 4 screws. The best way I've found is not to take the band off, it's just to twist it open, just like that, so it exposes the screws underneath. See? Now I'm going to place a plastic protection cover underneath to protect the LCD on the front. Turn it around and give it a couple of unscrews on each corner. Make sure you get the right Phillips head screw that fits perfectly into the screws, and try not to move the watch around too much so it doesn't upset the mechanism in the inside. I've included in the description below the manual information, the website to view the information for the particular watch. Once all these screws are off, be very careful taking it off. I've left the screws in there just so I know where the placement of them are. Now, once that's exposed, as you can see, it has a battery encasement in the inside with a bracket that's holding it in. It does say on the sticker to reset it after you insert the new battery. I'll show you how to do this later in the video. Next, place it back under. Make sure it's nice and secure. There are 3 screws, 1 on each bracket. These have to be removed one at a time. And the last one, put your finger on the battery just to make sure that it doesn't pop off and you lose the screws. There's a bit of pressure underneath it. Some needle point pliers, tweezers I should say, just to take the wee screws out because they are very small and they will fly out and you will lose them. Just like that. So be very careful. Now there's a retention bracket on top of that, we copper one as you can see, just ease that off it. It just sits over the top. And there we go. As you can see, this battery's stuck by a little bit of adhesive, so it just needs to be pried off. Be very careful not to bend it, but just enough to take the battery out. Just like that. Check the internal componentry to make sure it's all nice and clean, all the contacts are clean. Now with this particular watch, as you can see, the case isn't metal, but it's made of plastic. So be very careful taking the screws out and don't overwind them back in. Now the battery that I'm using in this case is a Panasonic. It's a CR2016 lithium 3 volt. So reverse the process. Careful not to touch the positive and the negative, that's why I'm using gloves. Bracket again has enough stickability to it. Stick it back on, make sure it's lined up properly. Press it on just a little bit. Make sure it doesn't remove itself once it's placed back in. Line it back up to the correct position. Slip it under, as you can see. Just there, line up the holes. Little bit of pressure. And keep some pressure on it so it doesn't move around. Replace the screws back. Try not to over tighten them because it is just a plastic casing. Just firm. And repeat with the other two. Last one. Now, go back around and check to make sure the other screws are seated correctly. Remember, don't over tighten. Now, that's all placed in. Now if you look here, you have to press the reset button after you change the battery. This is a little tab, as you can see by the diagram. It's indicated right there. So either use the ends of your closed tweezers or a needle point, right where I'm indicating there. Press and hold for at least 3 seconds. And then release. and that will reset. We'll check the other side. Make sure we have, look at that, display, all good. Place a protective sheet underneath to protect it. And we're going to put the casing back on. Not checking the seal in this one because I know that it's a new watch. And then screw them back up. Yet again, be very careful because it is just a plastic case. Start from the top right or top left and go diagonally. And then reverse. Then check to make sure they're seated correctly and do a final tension tight. Flip it back around and we're all good. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Catch you next time.